Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, and Happy New Year. 5 lifelong friends that I have: Reba, Becky, Laverne, Diane, and I forgot the other one, and Janet. We've been friends for 37 years, even though I forgot Janet's name. And I'm really thankful to have had these relationships. I grew up in South Atlanta. So in high school, I was basically attending an urban high school in the late 60s, hanging out with the wrong crowd, got into some trouble. But at 16, my parents moved us to Stockbridge, Georgia. Now, Stockbridge is to Atlanta what, say, Monroe is to Charlotte. And you can imagine 37 years ago, it was the sticks. It was like stepping back in time 20 years. By my first day of school, Reba befriended me. And it wasn't long after that that I became good friends with the other girls. It was a little bit unique when you think about it because they had been friends since the first grade. All 5 of them had gone to school together. Can you imagine being friends for 50 years and staying in contact with the same people? It's just unheard of in our society and how transient we are. So I have fond memories of Stockbridge High School, football games and proms and homecoming court and, of course, driving around Shoney's, which was the thing to do at the time. And as teenage girls do, we did silly things like take pictures of each other in our underwear when we're on a school trip. For our senior trip, we went to Daytona Beach, which was the place to go at the time. I was having so much fun that I called and quit my job, just so we could stay a few more days. This did not make Mama happy, I can tell you. We had a local band called Choice that we followed. And it was a real coup when we were able to figure out where they were staying so we could book our hotel rooms in that hotel. That was a coup. So I'll never forget, of course we all had our favorites. Mine was Brian, the lead guitarist. And I'll never forget, he's playing, he's right into his solo of Black Magic Woman by Santana. Up on the stage lights, and he sneezes. And all of a sudden, there's this gleaming snot all in Brian's long, flowing hair. You know, I felt bad for the poor fellow, and I never felt the same about him after that. Right after high school, I didn't go to college immediately. Instead, Reba and I got an apartment, and we had our clerical government jobs, and we were young, and we could stay out all night and dance in upstate Atlanta and still show up for work at 8 o'clock in the morning promptly. Thanks to Reba, she was the prompt one. On Sundays, we often drove around Stone Mountain. If you're familiar with Atlanta, you probably have seen it. That was also a cool thing to do. Now, Reba was drop dead gorgeous. And I didn't look so bad, believe it or not, at 18. From 500 feet away in a car. So we're driving around, and this group of guys who were parked in the picnic tables started howling at us. And we thought, so we go to the store, come back, they did it again, and this time we threw doggy biscuits at them. I don't know if those guys found it humorous, but we laughed till we almost wet our pants. The years passed, we got married. Several got married more than once. Some of us got divorced. Most of us had children, and each other's weddings, all of that kind of thing. And 2 of us are grandmothers now. All but one of us have lost our parents, so we've been through these life events, and most of the time we've been part of each other's lives. For my 40th birthday party, all came to Charlotte and party like we were 8 old. When we get together, we just pick up just where we left off. Our most entertaining thing to do is to make fun of each other. It's just fun and other people. So we just have a great time and can talk about anything. But seriously, if I needed any one of them, I know they would be there for me, and I believe they feel the same about me. So here we are now, somewhere between middle-aged and seniors. Somebody said we were cougars. I don't know. So when we get together now, not only do we talk about old times, but we gripe about our afflictions at this age, memory loss and hot flashes. So a couple of years ago, we actually had a girls' weekend planned, and it was going to be kicked off by a party by one of our best high school guy friends, Johnny. So I take off work, I pack up the car, I head to ATL. And get to the American Legion where Johnny was having his party, and I looked around and I thought, I don't know a single person here. I called Reba and I said, where is everybody? She says, it's next weekend, you idiot. That's the trouble with our reflections at this age. As time marches on, and I often think, what would my life have been like had my parents not decided to move to this small town at age 16. It truly changed the direction of my life. But I'm really thankful and fortunate to have these 5 lifelong friends. And who knows, we may end up being in the same nursing home together. Henry Adams said, one friend in a lifetime is much. 2 are many, 3 are hardly possible. And Lee Iacocca is quoted as saying, my father always used to say that when you die, if you've got 5 real friends, then you've had a great life. Madam Toastmaster.